camera that I'm filming on right now is the Canon R50v paired with the Sigma 10-18mm f2.8, a really nice combination. I'm going to be vlogging for the next 30 days and doing 30 uploads, one every single day. Now, I've never done anything like this, so I spent this weekend kind of road mapping out what this entire challenge is going to look like for myself. And as I was working through it, I'm often live on this YouTube channel and on other social medias. And one of the things that I always tell people that are asking me for advice in terms of like, hey, how do I get started with this? How do I do that? X, Y, and Z. One of the things that I always say is to really stop optimizing and actually get after it and start doing things. So I decided to listen to my own advice that I give out freely to everybody. And almost every single live session I tell somebody, just get started. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here. I did spend today setting up my camera, the R50v, setting up the custom controls so that I'm ready for any kind of situation that may come up. And I can tell you that after getting it all set up, I realized that it truly is just about getting started. The lens right here that I paired with it, 10-18, is an incredibly small lens with a constant f2.8 aperture, meaning that at its widest, right here, it's 18mm, which is still pretty decent. But as soon as I set it to wide at 18mm, it gives me a really nice focal length, and I'm like incredibly close to the lens, meaning that I can take this lens and camera combo almost in any situation and have pretty good confidence that I can get any kind of shot, especially if I'm pointing the camera at myself. So for this vlogging challenge, I'm going to be trying to have a minimal gear, the most minimal gear as possible. So I'm going to be using, like I mentioned, the camera. I'm going to be using a shotgun Rode mic, the Video Mic NTG, a really nice mic. I'm hoping that the audio is going to be good enough. And I'm also going to be using the DJI Mic Minis or the Mic 2s, depending on what's around me. I always have a couple of mic options near me, just because you can never have enough mic solutions laying around for when creativity strikes. And having good audio is always really important to me. Next to that, I'm going to be using a couple of different ND filters and filter sets. A nice mist filter, a polarizer, and then an everyday filter from Short Stash. Some batteries, of course, 3 batteries, 1 inside and then 2 on the side. It's gonna be more than enough for me to fill this challenge. And I'll be able to, with that amount of batteries, if I happen to forget to charge my batteries one night, I'll have enough to like get me through the other day. Again, the purpose of this challenge isn't to make it overly complex. And as I was like at the very beginning, before I decided to just rip off the Band-Aid and go for it, I did spend some time in Claude. And I fed it some scripts from some other successful people that are on YouTube that call themselves vloggers, like Casey Neistat. And basically I asked Claude, I use Claude a lot and a bunch of different AIs, but I asked Claude to kind of take the script and kind of rip out the more important parts of the tips, I guess, from these professional vloggers and kind of incorporate it into something that I was gonna do. And Claude did that for me. AI is great for that kind of stuff, but Claude specifically, I think ChatGPT can do this now as well. I actually had it set it up on my calendar. So I link the back end of Claude to the back end of my Google Calendar. And I said, hey, for the next 30 days, here's what I'm doing. I need you to add calendar reminders and calendar events for every single day to give me an idea of a topic to talk about for that day, kind of recap. And the topic that I came up with today was actually start before you're ready. And that couldn't be more on point with what I was struggling with before I actually ripped off the Band-Aid. Now, I did want to focus on exactly what I was going to be bringing in my kit, and everything that I'm going to be having is going to fit in one small Brevity camera bag, which is why I want to keep everything as small as possible. Do I think that I'm going to be able to get all 30 days done in this challenge? I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think that that's actually the goal. I'm just excited to get it started, to actually do it, to challenge myself in a way, to see if it's even possible. I've done similar challenges in the past. Like I've done 90 days of live streaming every single day, and I did that. And the first couple of weeks are challenging, but after you get into the groove and you start, attracting people to your lives on a daily basis where you have somebody to talk to or a group of people to talk to, it became very, very easy. So I anticipate something similar happening with this challenge where I'm kind of, thanks to Claude, it's added calendar prompts on a daily basis at 9 a.m. So I know exactly what I'm going to be talking about that day. And obviously I have the freedom to iterate. If something isn't really vibing with me that day, I can definitely change it. One other thing that I wanted to do was not really carry my camera around like those fancy vloggers where they're like, pointing it out like this and just talking straight to camera. I actually wanted to compose my shots and add a variety of different shots throughout the entire thing. So I wanted to have some straight compositions, add some nice B-roll from different things. So one of the things that I did add was this spider claw from iFootage. I think that's what it's called, the spider crab claw. You've seen these before. There are many around that are like pretty flimsy from Small Rig or KNF Concept. None of those I would trust with anything more than like a light or a light to rig up, or like a cell phone or an action camera. But this brand right here from iFootage, this is like a super strong one that is really, really high quality, and I'm able to kind of put this in pretty much any kind of situation. And it has an Arca Swiss base plate over here that I'm able to just put you guys on. So I'll be able to get at a bunch of different angles if I need to, if the mood actually comes to me, or if the mood strikes, right, to try to be as creative, to try to get as many shots as possible. So again, this is going to be my first time vlogging. I do need a little bit of help from you guys because this is brand new to me. If you guys do vlog and you are currently vlogging, let me know what your current setup is and if you've done any kind of 30-day challenge like this, and let me know how it went. I would really, really appreciate it. Over the next couple of days, I'm going to be talking about this camera and lens combination, my thoughts on it, and also sharing a little bit of tidbits of some of the stuff that I learned. One of the questions that you guys always ask me in my lives, if you do participate in those, is what is it that you actually do, Vic? What do you do for a living that you're able to kind of afford this, all this camera gear, these lights, these accessories, all that stuff? So I'll be answering questions like that, as well as giving giving my knowledge that I've acquired over these past 6-7 years of content creation and just giving it out to you guys freely. One of the things that I do is I actually create content for brands on TikTok. And again, I've already mentioned that I go live. So I'll turn you guys around real quick and show you the desk that I actually work at most of the time. I don't know if you guys can see that. These are all samples that I still need to go through. I got a bunch of items that I still need to actually create more content for. So I'm not a stranger to actually creating content or anything like that by any means, but I am a stranger to actually doing it on a daily basis, going out in public and filming my filming daily. So I'm going to try to sprinkle in a little bit of storytelling, a little bit of narrating, and just taking you guys along the journey. Anyways, I'm rambling, so I will see you guys on the next one. This is day one. Adios.